Hello and welcome back. It is now March 11th and it's starting to feel a little bit like spring out here now. Last week we had some pretty cold temperatures hitting minus 20 for quite a lot of the week, but this week she should be about plus 10 most days in the afternoons. So of course with that it comes wind, but right now things are looking pretty good. I'll show you what I'm taking a look at here today. So this is a field of fall rye I'm taking a look at right now. This was seeded back in, last fall down by McGrath. Overall looks like a very good catch, a very good stand. Everything here looking really good. We've got pretty good moisture conditions in that upper soil layer right now, but I can only dig down so far. Right here you can see frost crystals in the ground, and I'm at about 2.5 inches of depth here. So definitely our ground temperature is still below freezing here, but this week that could change pretty quick. If we're that warm, it is going to bring up that soil temperature and the frost is going to come out of the ground. So we'll see how things go, but even still I don't think there'll be any seeding for a couple of weeks yet. But we'll see how things look after Easter. Here on the edge of this field, just found my first kochia of the year. So you can see there's this skeleton of this old kochia sitting here, and sure enough right here we do have some kochia that has germinated. Probably pretty small, hard to see, but it is there. First leaves haven't even really unfolded yet. Probably not going to amount to too much. It's too cold for it to really do anything. March 13th now. We've had a few days, where we're hitting mostly single digit above zero temperatures, but you can still see we have quite a bit of puddling and freezing in even some of these fields here by Nobleford. Because the ground is still frozen underneath, we're just not getting proper water infiltration yet. So still a ways away from seeding. Here's some more kochia I just found growing in the field. It's pretty small. Let's see if we can zoom in on it down here. Of course, it's all still very, very small this time of the year, but she is popping up. So I don't want to hear anything about, oh, there was no weeds up when it was pre-burn timing, because they are definitely starting to appear already, and it's only the 13th. March 18th now, and I'm out here by Spring Point. It's a windy but beautiful day, about 14 degrees out here right now. Just spreading some fertilizer. Got the guys from Replenish Nutrients out here spreading some Hiso and Replenish blend on this field here. So beauty of those products, it takes care of your PK and S needs before your drill even hits the ground. So you can cover more acres in a day when you're seeding without having to refill so much. I can also see in this field we have a fair bit of flicksweed going on in here. So these are winter annuals. These would have been fall germinated. Seeing quite a few of them in here. So definitely this is something we didn't see a lot of last year. There was not a whole lot of fall germination because of the really dry conditions. But I think this year, with those showers we got in the fall, we're going to be seeing a lot more of this year. I've actually had the guys from Replenish come out and spread 200 pounds to the acre of Hiso, which is 09-2020, on my hay field here. So this is actually Sanfoin grass hay. Last year we were so dry up here, so little rain, that we didn't even get a crop off of this, which is why you can still see some brown grass waving in the wind. But you can see I'm right here in their tire tracks. This was spread just about 2 hours ago, and you can see really very minimal disturbance, high flotation tires on the spreader and the tractor, and there's no real compaction, no mud, no nothing like that, even though we actually have some decent moisture in the soil at the moment. There is the odd piece of elemental sulfur that I can see kicking around here or there, but not too terribly many of them. Even though we have been having beautiful weather the last few days, you can still see a lot of these gopher holes and stuff like that still have frozen plugs of ice in them. So there isn't a whole lot of active gophers out in some places like this here. There's the odd male gopher here and there, but most of them I think are still down. But I think we'll see a change in that in the next couple of weeks as things warm up, but we'll see what the next few days bring us. Sounds like we might be in for some snow. Well, the first full day of spring has been rather eventful so far. We're closing in on about 10 inches of snow already, and yeah, roads and travel, not really all that recommended. Well, it's now March 26th, and after about 4 days of snowfall, we ended up getting about 10 to 12 inches on a lot of level surfaces, but out here in the field, it doesn't look like quite so much. Let's take a look, I'll show you why. Mostly our soil temperatures were quite warm coming into this snowfall event, so a lot of that first couple inches of snow actually melted in the fields. And now you can see here we're about 6 or so inches deep, 6 to 7 inches depending on the area and the stubble type. That snow has kind of settled and packed down. Some of the bottom has melted. Some of the top softened up and kind of condensed yesterday when we did get up to around zero. I think the next couple days we are supposed to get daytime highs in the low single digits, so we'll probably see a little bit more of melting going on this week. but we're not really going to see a return to normal springtime temperatures probably until next week after the Easter holidays, so we'll have to see how she does then. Well, even though it's about -8, there is still some gophers out. I don't know if you can see those. I'm zoomed in as far as I can. It would be a good time to go and do some baiting right now, but of course you'd have to pretty much be wearing snowshoes to make it worthwhile.